Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. You know who it is. Going back to our regularly scheduled programming on this channel. After this one video where I address this one more time, since I guess there have been more developments in the whole thing, and this will be the last time I'm addressing it. It's basically over and done with at this point. As a lot of you know, there have been some instances, or there was one major instance of my photo ending up in a news report about the recent shooting in Oregon, posing me as the person who committed the shooting, not sort of naming me by name, but sort of placing my photo next to the name of the shooter. And this is mostly due to the fact that there was a proliferation of comparisons online of him to me as far as looks go. And this caused my image to turn up numerous times when you Google searched his name and you looked in images and my picture was popping up. And a nationally broadcast television station, SBS out of Australia, aired my photo in a news piece about the Oregon shooting, placing my photo next to some quotes that the shooter had made. And recently they put out a measly retraction on their website in text where they're like, oh, sorry for the mix-up. Sorry for the mix-up. Silly. But since a Mexican television station has made the same mistake, an Italian television station has made the same mistake, some local American affiliates, thankfully no nationally broadcast American news has made this mistake. And I mean, honestly, I'm not, people have been making jokes and saying, oh, you should sue, you should sue, you should sue. Honestly, like, I'm probably not going to sue anybody. All I really want is for this to be done, you know. If some kind of quick settlement or something like that could be made, you know, that might occur. But the thing is, some kind of, you know, long, arduous lawsuit or anything like that, you know, I have no interest in that. You know, I don't want to draw this out longer than it needs to be, you know. I'm looking forward to when it's just over. That's all. And, you know, I'm not so much upset by the comparisons that people are making sort of on the internet, just internet trolls and stuff like that. I mean, you know, people are going to make off-color jokes on the internet. It's the nature of the internet. You know, I'm more concerned with sort of my face turning up on more news reports because frankly that's dangerous for me personally to have my face turning up in these news reports, because what if, you know, my face turns up in this news report and then somebody recognizes me somewhere as this dude or thinks I have something to do with this whole thing because they saw my face on TV. You know, I think you know, if this guy were alive and there was some kind of, you know, like manhunt or something going on and my face was turning up in these news reports, it would be a fucking nightmare. So thankfully that's not the case. So, you know, I'm just going to leave it at that. You know, the few of these places have issued retractions, like SBS and Alan Colmes of Fox News fame. I don't think he's a pundit over there anymore, but at one time he was one of their most prominent pundits. Has a news website over for himself as well, where my picture was placed up there. However, you know, he quickly took it down, and there was a retraction placed in the comments. You know, I've made mistakes in my reviews, I understand, you know. However, having somebody's face sort of plastered out there as being a killer is pretty serious and is scary. That somebody can, you know, mistake you for somebody who did this really horrible thing, and it's not just, you know, it's to a lot of you it sees funny, and I understand that, you're on the outside of it, it's not happening to you. And in one breath I think it's silly as well, but in the other breath, I also have to take very seriously this whole thing, because again, something bad could happen to me as a result of these mix-ups, of these misidentifications, I guess you could say. So again, I'm just kind of sitting and waiting for when this is all over, in terms of just news organizations screwing this up. You wouldn't think that the rate of screw-ups would be this high, but in fact they are. People have been sending me messages all week of like, oh hey, this website, put your face up there. Oh hey, this news station, this local news affiliate, just put your face on their television broadcast. Thank you. No, seriously, it's not sarcastic. Thank you for pointing those things out to me when they do occur, because I need to be aware of that stuff. So I do want to say thank you, and tell everyone that I appreciate them, the people who have made the efforts to comment on these articles, email these TV stations, and let these people know that that's not Chris Harper, that's Anthony Fantano, that's not the guy, that's a different guy, that's a totally different dude, take this down. So I appreciate everybody who's made that effort and done that on my behalf. I really appreciate that. Because really that's all I want. I just want for these news organizations to stop putting my picture in these things. Again, the trolls, the jokes, the online stuff, that's another thing. While it is in very bad taste, nobody actually thinks I'm that guy, which is ultimately what I don't want. That's what I want avoided. What these news organizations are doing is potentially adding to that problem. While again, I do appreciate everybody who has, made the comments and, said that's not Chris Harper, that's Anthony Fantano. There could potentially be people walking away from these news wraps, these news articles, and these pictures being like, oh, that's the guy. For every person that recognizes that it's me, how many people are not recognizing that it's me and just sort of seeing that we're the same guy, or that I'm the person that committed this horrific crime. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for right now. Just more television stations, more websites have done it, unfortunately, and as this story dies down in relevance, I suppose there will probably be less instances of this occurring. And we'll just kind of move on from there as we are. Now, having said all that, I do want to say that since putting up my original video sort of addressing this issue, I have come across a series of GoFundMe campaigns for people who have either been injured in this horrific ordeal, or people whose families, are looking to raise money because one of their family members has been a victim in this tragedy. So I will link to those GoFundMe campaigns down there in the description if you would like to, if you could see it in your heart to donate to any of these campaigns and help any of these people, help any of these families. Because, again, ultimately, while this isn't about me, this does affect my business and this does affect me in a really big way, so I do have to talk about it. But, at least I can use my platform to point people to places where they can help those who have actually been physically and mentally injured in a really big way by this tragedy. So again, those links are down there in the description box. Just wanted to update you guys and let you know that this thing is ongoing, and basically my I guess my course of action at this point is to, just keep letting these people who are making these mistakes know that that's not him, that's me, and please take this down. And if all of you could, stay vigilant as well, and, let people know, let journalists know when they're making these mistakes, so that these pictures, these videos, whatever, could just be taken down as quickly as possible, because that's really all I want. That's all I want. All right, we're gonna leave it at that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for understanding, and thanks for supporting. And again, those GoFundMe campaigns are down there in the description box. I will talk to you soon in another video on this channel, just getting back to the regular programming of it, the reviews and so on and so forth. Cool? Cool. Forever.